Hello guys, this is just like a one random agent dude just filming this stuff. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I decided to do it. Yeah, because I guess I'm having like a midlife crisis or something. Um yeah, and then the weather was great. Finally, I'm seeing some sun. Jesus Christ, like it was snowing in the middle of April, like 2 days ago. Um yeah, I'm living in Canada, like Toronto. If you know how it's like here, you don't see a lot of sun. It's either raining or mostly snowing and cloudy. But today it's like great weather. So I was like, yeah. And oh, by the way, I'm on a lunch break while working from home. And it's great to be in this backyard just enjoying some sun while it lasts, because who knows, I'm not gonna have this sunny weather for for the next 10 days or something. You never know. I think I only have like 2 or 3 sunny days, like a month, or like it's hella windy. I don't know what's up with the wind in Toronto nowadays. But yeah, I will just give you like a brief introduction of me. I'm just a random agent dude. I graduated from like business school, like one of the good business schools in Canada. Got my CPA designation, certified professional accountant. Is that what it is? I even forgot. I just know it is CPA. Back in 2023, was it 2023 or 24? 23, I think. And I've been working for like 5 years and making like barely like 84K a year. Yeah, I'm just having this like midlife crisis. I'm having like a midlife crisis with all this work, my life choices and shit. Like how I think I did everything right. In terms of studying and getting a job, I think I did everything right. Went to 4 years. I mean, I struggled in the university, but I graduated and I got my CPA designation, which surprisingly, like a lot of people with accounting degrees who are like eligible to write CPA like don't do it, because you have to study. You either have to go to like a master's school, like a grad school for like a year or two, or you have to study while working, which is a route that I took. I had to do that for 2 years. I remember writing my CFE common final examination and during like September, and then the next day was the quarterly end, like closing day. So I had to come in the next day wearing a hoodie because I couldn't take a shower that day because I was so exhausted. Had to come in and still close the month and stuff. And that's how I got my CPA designation. Like for the 2 years of studying, I didn't have vacation. Never took a vacation. I only took the vacation days just to study, in addition to the five study days. So like I grinded. I put in my dues. I put in my effort. I put in my time. And yeah, when I got my designation, I was like, damn, now I can finally, I don't know, like live a life that I want. Making like good money. I wasn't even like really looking for something like grand, just a house, car, and get married. And 2 kids. Honestly, that's all I wanted. Well, that's not where I am now, after 5 years. I don't know. I tell everybody like I tell people around me who's in my profession, like who's doing CPA, who's considering of like taking CPA, like I tell them not to do it because I didn't really get anything out of it. Maybe it's because I'm still early stage in my career. Maybe that is why. But I don't know. Like the money, the prospect of like salary increase doesn't seem that great to me for accounting. By the way, I mean in property accounting. So I mean, I asked like a friend of mine who's in audit, like she's a manager. She's making like similar amount to me. Like I'm just regular property accountant. I do have years of experiences under my belt, but I'm just my title is like just regular property accountant, and she's a manager, but she's not making more. She's making slightly more money than me. So like at first I thought it was like a field. Maybe it has something to do with my field, like property accounting. Maybe that's why my salary is low. But like these audit managers, like making 80 something. So, and then if you think about it, if you become like a senior accountant, I asked people like who got a promotion this year. I was like, okay, so how much increase did you get? And she was like, well, 10K. So what is it? Like 84 plus 10K, that's like 94. Doesn't have CPA, by the way, but even if you have CPA at senior level, I think you're still not making like 6 figures. You're making around like 90, and you become manager. I think that's when you break like 6-figure salary threshold. But after tax, that's nothing. The thing is, all these accounting managers, they work days and nights. Like they work on vacation days, and they can only go on vacations in certain month of the year. I think in my company, I don't think you are allowed to go on vacation. I think you're only allowed to go on vacation like around June or like October, because like first 4 months of the year, you have to do like a year end billing. What it is you have to calculate all the expenses incurred for the last year, and then you have to charge back to the tenants. And it usually takes like a month, because you have to get like you have to get signatures from all this upper management. So it takes months, and the deadline is like by the end of the April, and I'm actually working on that right now. And then after that, there's a reforecasting of the budget. And then during the summer, you have to work on the budget. So after the budget, you can finally go on vacation for like a week, or 2 weeks in a row or something. And all these managers, man, they have all these vacation days like carried forward, because they couldn't possibly spend all these vacation days, because they have to be available all the time. And then I don't think they are making that much money. I think they are making like barely above 6 figures, or maybe 120K. But after tax, that's nothing. So, and then I'm witnessing it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of time you have to put it in. And once you hit a managerial level, like you have to get the work done no matter what. So I see all these managers, like if the employees leave in their teams, well, the managers have to put in like extra time to get things done, because all these junior accountants, their hands are already full, their plates are full. So they have to come in. The manager has to come in and do the work. And they were easily putting in like 80 hours a week. I'm like, oh man, they are working like finance people like hours, like 80 hours a week. Can you imagine? And you are making like 1/3 of like finance people as a manager. And then the work itself is like it's not that great either. There's a lot of like fake work. That's how I call it. Some people, like all this like signing papers or getting approvals that doesn't really add much value, doesn't add like actual value. I think I'm spending like 80% of my time on fake job. Like 20% of the work is actual analysis, but 80% is just some like nonsense work for like paperwork purpose, for audit purpose, for financial package purpose. Yeah, so I'm getting like really tired of it. So right now I'm studying for real estate agent exam. I only have 2 more exams to write. I will be done by so I'm going to write my second last exam by the first week of May, and then I have to take classes for that last for 2 weeks, and then I have to write exam for that class, and after that I'll be done. But that is for my like side gig, and after that I really think I need to start considering like finance work. That's what because I know like for some of my friends who went into finance, once they hit like a VP level, like they're making like 300, like before tax, of course. I don't think any accounting VP is making 300. There's no way they're doing that. I mean, of course, my finance friends says that they're always exposed to like a risk for layoff, and honestly, that is the reason why I chose accounting in the first place, because it's a very stable career, right? Like if you fire like one accountant, if a company decides to fire one accountant, they have to bring in another accountant to replace. So unless you screw things up like really badly, like you don't get fired. So I was like, okay, so maybe the salary is lower than finance, but because of the job stability, I will do accounting. But now this accounting field changed my mind, because what really happens is that because a profession is stable, there are a lot of like unqualified people who somehow ended up in like higher rank in the corporate hierarchy, and you look at them and you're like, how did you even become like VP or like like a senior managers? Like you can't even speak fluent English. I'm an ESL myself, but when I send an email, I know like how to write like concise email, and then I make sure I convey the message clearly, and I make it clear what I want from the person I'm sending the email to. And I don't know, like I'm not sure if they're doing it on purpose, but they sometimes send like really vague emails and somehow want something to get done. I'm like, I don't even know what you want. Like you can't write an email properly, and how did you manage to climb up the corporate ladder? Yeah, I mean, all right, well that's all the venting that I had for the day, because I still have to go back and get my work done. I would be like really chilling this day if it wasn't for like some stupid training yesterday that lasted 4 hours, and I didn't retain anything, but I still had to pretend to listen to it anyway because I was in the office. It was a very bad decision. I should have just muted the training and just got my work done, but I couldn't do it because people will see me like working on something else instead of listening to that training. So yeah, I will film another video sometime later, like anytime soon, because I really need someone I really need a place to like talk about my inner thoughts. I did it with some of my friends, but now I don't want to give them too many like a negative influence, so I will just come here and do that. All right, thank you guys. Peace.